Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Marketing here, and today I'm going to be doing my first Bath and Body Works semi-annual sale haul. Now I do not need a lot of things from Bath and Body Works. Really don't need anything, but most of the things that I'm aiming towards are either limited edition items that I wanted and maybe didn't get when they originally came out, or just a good deal on something that could be useful. So I have gone to two different Bath and Body Works so far, and the first time I went, it was really just to kind of see what's out there, like see what items were on sale, see kind of what scents and special editions, like Disney Princess stuff, see what they brought back, all of that. And then the second trip, which was to a different store, also was to see what that particular store offered, and then also to see, like, again, make another purchase, see what I wanted. And I did have the 10 off 40 coupon still available, so I used that too in the second trip. So I didn't get a ton of stuff, so this is not going to be super long, but I just wanted to share with you what I got, and maybe talk a little bit about some things that I did see that, although I probably will not be purchasing, I just thought that it might be interesting to people who either enjoy those particular fragrances or items, or just are curious to know what they have. um and I want to say, and maybe because it was during the week and close to a holiday, neither store was super busy. I mean, they had people in them. It wasn't like completely empty, but neither store that I went in was like, how sometimes semi-annual is like people in there, just going crazy. That's how it used to be. That was not the vibe in either store. So I appreciated that because it made it easy to shop. And there were quite a few good items, and there's a lot of 75% off stuff. So enough talking, let's go ahead and get into the good stuff, which is what I actually purchased. So I'll start with my first purchase. As you can see, with a small bag. This purchase, I think I only spent about 20 bucks. Let's see, 22 bucks and change. So 22.41, $22.41 is all I spent for what I'm about to share with you next. And this, I don't think it included any discounts. This was just based on their particular sale price, so I didn't use a coupon. So this particular store had a lot of the Disney Princess stuff still available. And I do want to note that while this first store had a lot of Disney Princess stuff still available, the second store, actually I can't even say that because I didn't look too much at the body care. So I don't think, though, that they had as much Disney Princess available in the second store I was in as the first store. But one of the things I picked up was the full size of the Mulan body spray. Now, I don't typically buy a lot of the lotions or the body care in general, lotions or sprays, just because I wear, regular perfume, and I already have a ton of Bath and Body Works stuff that I need to go through. So I'm not trying to just buy a bunch to have. But I already had the full size lotion, which I got with, a coupon or something, like the free coupon. And so I want to complete my set. I am one of those people who likes to have like matching sets. So now I have the matching spray to go with the full size body lotion. And if you were not aware, you're curious about what the scent is or the scent notes for Mulan, the scent notes are Magnolia Blossom, Fierce Waters, and Radiant Apricot. So these were so the regular price would be $18.95, and these were 75% off, and so I think it was like $474, something along those lines, $4.95. So just if you're wondering, I think that's about the average cost of the body care, unless it was a little more expensive. And next up, this was just a random surprise. I guess it was what they had left over. If you guys remember, they did do an Emily in Paris collection. If you haven't seen that show on Netflix, it's hilarious. I love it. I hope they have another season coming because I really love that show. They did a little collection, I think, when the last season came out, and they had like three or four different scents, and this was one of them, which is Champagne in Paris. And this one's kind of like the pinky purple color. Now, I purchased the red one, which was my ultimate fave, because I remember smelling all of them when they came out, and the red is what was my favorite one. I don't remember the name off top, but if you know it, you know what I'm talking about. So that one I already had, but when I smelled this one, I was like, oh, this is pretty decent as well. So I got one of these, and there are only like two of them around, so I'm just assuming either people had already cleared them out, or they just had like a few left over from whenever, and so they just tossed them in. So again, this one was also, had originally been $18.95, so it was like $4.74. And the notes for this one are champagne spritz, elderberry fizz, and lily of the valley. Now, remember that you can also order online, but I like to go into stores because sometimes you can get better discounts in store because they may have things marked down to a lower price. So they may be more 75% items, whereas they may have that item online, but it might be 50% or not quite as cheap. So that's why I prefer the store versus online first. Now, I may eventually do an online order near the end, especially when the wallflowers tend to drop to like $1 and some change. That's usually when I do my wallflower order, but or online order. But other than that, I probably will just stick to the stores because, like I said, I'm looking for specific things. Now, this was something I had not planned to buy, didn't even know it existed, and I'm not sure if this was a previous scent, new scent. I don't know anything about the history of this scent with Bath and Body Works, because I don't recall ever seeing it. I know they've had some collections that were country based in terms of not country like hee haw country, but country like different countries. Um, and this one is called Viva Brazil, and it smells really good. This is also another miss, same price. This one was actually $17.95 originally, so it was slightly cheaper. I think it might have been, let's see here. It was like $4.49, whereas the other one was $4.79. The notes for this one are fresh guava. I can barely see here. Maracuja zest and coconut water, and it smells really, really good. So I picked up one of these. They did have I want to say they had the body wash and body lotion as well to go with this. So they had like a full collection in the store. But again, I'm not trying to just rack up on things because I already have tons. But I did like the scent, so I did pick up on that to just have that as a spray. And they also had some minis, travel size. So I got a travel size Mulan, and these were originally $9.95. So I think they came out to be $2.49. And then I also picked up a Tiana from the Disney Princess collection. I picked up one of the minis for that, and I think I have a full size set of Tiana and Mulan. So now I got the travel ones as well. And last but not least, I picked up a second wallflower plug that was this particular the heart. This is the Disney Villains collection. So this is the one I already have. This one's actually plugged in my kitchen right now. But I just wanted to get a second one because I really do like it. And, over time, the wallflowers do, I think, go out or whatever. This one is also a scent controlled one and a nightlight. It was originally $22.95, and I think it came out to be, it was also 75% off. Everything that I purchased was 75% off in this particular haul. I think looking at my receipt, I don't see the original price of the $22.95, so I'm not sure how she discounted it. And one thing I can say, I know at my stores, the ladies sales associates are really good about, if there's a coupon or something available or a code they can add, they will add it on for you. And I think she did because I didn't have anything for this one because I was only spending like 20 something dollars. So I think it was like $25 or $26 before she did whatever she did. So I wasn't going to hit the 10 off 40, and I wasn't concerned about, trying to get anything cheaper than that for this. But yeah, I don't know what she did, but this came out to be something really cheap, but it was 75% off as well. So just keep that in mind. So again, I got everything you saw here for $22. So essentially the cost of just this purchase everything you see here, if you would, in terms of what the retail price was, because this was $22.95 originally. So that pretty much was my whole haul. So that's why I always tell people, unless you actually need it, like say if you wear a particular lotion or spray or something every day, and of course you will run out of it a lot quicker if that's like your only scent or your main scent, you may have to buy when semi-annual is not happening, unless you are like some people do, stocking up as much as they can during that time. Then I would say wait for sales and coupons, because there's never will I be full retail for stuff unless it's something I absolutely need, want, or it might sell out if I don't buy it. this is my second bag for my second store. And this one was about the candles. So, spoiler alert, candles. I didn't buy any body care in this trip. So they had some 3 wicks for $10.99, and which honestly they do get cheaper, of course, as time goes on. But one of the things I wanted, I have been kind of building up my collection of these, the ceramic candles. This is the ceramic 3 wick in frosted cranberry. I love frosted cranberry. That's like one of my favorite scents, of all with them. And I also already own the mahogany teak wood like this, which is like the kind of um, gray one, and then fresh balsam. So I already have 2 or 3. I think it's 2. I'm looking over here because they're on my bookcase. But I already have a couple of these with those scents. And then I really wanted frosted cranberry. And I think the last time when they put them on sale or something, like they had the other scents, but they didn't have frosted cranberry, or either wasn't part of the sale. So I added this one. So these were originally $39.95, and I got it for $10.99. So again, frosted cranberry here. So I'm very pleased with this, and I like these just for the aesthetic, which is why I think they did it. And I remember when these came out, again, the original price is $39.95. Ain't nobody paying that for no 3 wick candle. Like, y'all, no. And so without a sale or a coupon. If you see me looking crazy, it's because my power just randomly flashed, like literally just a quick half a second flash. So that's why I was kind of looking around like, what just happened? And my ring light went out. But either way, we're gonna keep going. Hopefully there'll be enough light. I'll see if I can get that working. Give me just 1 second. But I'll finish up about this frosted cranberry. And these ceramics, like I said, these are a good deal. They also have the single wick ceramics. Those are $7.99. But I'm like, for $10.99, you can get the 3 wick, unless you just want the single wick ceramics do have more scent options. Right now there's only, I think, 4 3 wicks, which is and I own 3 of the 4 scents. Frosted cranberry, fresh balsam, what was my other one? Mahogany teak wood, and vanilla bean is the other one, and it's like in a cream colored ceramic. I'm not a vanilla person. I don't care for the vanilla bean scent, so I won't be purchasing that one, but it is available as part of the $10.99 as well, if that's something that you want. Trying to think what else we have. So that's that. So that was a $10.99 candle. And then I got 2 stress relief. What is this? Eucalyptus. It's like eucalyptus and spearmint stress relief candles. I absolutely love these, and I have one right now sitting in my living room. But I can honestly say that this candle does relax me, and in less than 30 minutes, I get so sleepy with this burning, and I mean that in a good way, because that's what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to relax you. But I love the combination of eucalyptus and spearmint. I love that scent, but it really does. I don't know what they put, sprinkle a little something extra in there or what, but it really does make me sleepy. So within a few minutes of burning it. So I love this candle. It is really relaxing. They do have wallflowers in this scent. If you weren't aware, I mean, it's not a new scent or anything, but I would say get that and plug that in if you want to sleep good. So I currently have it in my guest bedroom too. But yeah, I bought 2 more of these, and I have a couple already, but I didn't want to run out because these really do put me to sleep, and I love it. So let me fix this light. Hold, please. Alright, so those are the 2 candles, and again, these were also $10.99, so this is just the second one. So I got 3 candles today. And then the best find was this. They had 3 of these. These were originally $39.95, and this is the Vera Bradley, part of the Vera Bradley collection collaboration that they did not too long ago, probably like last month or so. And this is like peaches, I think it is. Yeah, peaches. And this is a candle pedestal candle holder thing. You guys know what they have. And again, this was originally $39.95, and even in the store I went in yesterday, they had these, but I think they were only 50% off if I remember correctly. So I don't think they were marked down as low, but this was 75% off. So I paid $9.95 for this. It is very lightweight. I know some of these can be really heavy, but this one is a very lightweight. You can see it is ceramic, but it's lightweight. And just to show you what a candle would look like sitting, sitting in there. So it would actually give a pretty decent height if you want to put it somewhere where you really wanted to show off. So it's a pretty decent height. I like the taller ones compared to some of the lower ones. But honestly, does this match anything in my house? Any aesthetic? Any color scheme? Anything? No. But I really liked the peaches. I like the height of this one. So I think I'm going to use it in my kitchen, maybe like on the counter. Because I can't really think of anywhere else that it even fits in remotely with my color schemes and stuff. But I wanted to grab it because that was like a super steal. So yeah, not that I need any more pedestal candle holder things because I have like a billion of them and I'm running out of space. But I do, I did really like this one. So I think that is all. Let me double check. Yeah. So that is everything I purchased in my second trip to the sale. And again, that second haul, everything was, the candles were $10.99 each. So that was 3 candles for $10.99 and then $9.95 for the pedestal candle stand. And my total with my 10 off, I used my 10 off 40 coupon and I walked out with, I think I only did a e-receipt for that one. I think I only spent like $34, which is amazing because as we see, this particular candle retailed for $39.95. So like literally I paid less than what the cost of this retail candle would be for all of the stuff that I got. So that is my haul so far. I think I might make 1 to 2 more trips, probably one, because from what I've seen in this, so I went to the store actually closest to me. That's the second store that I went to. I didn't see anything else that I wanted, so I got what I wanted. Wallflowers would probably be the only other thing. Candles, if they mark them down more, maybe. But yeah, that was about it. And unfortunately, they don't have all the candles. I feel like back in the day they used to put all the candles on the sale, but now it's like they just do seasonal or certain ones. And so there's not a lot of candle scents that I wanted that were available on the sale. And to me, $10.99 is okay, especially with a coupon, but it's not that great by itself. And you can get better deals or the same deals where you can choose from all the candles throughout the year. So I'm not really pressed to, go crazy with the candles and all that. But I will say the $7.99 for the single wicks is pretty good too, especially if you're just going for the aesthetic. And they do have more options in the ceramic with the single wicks. So I already have like a billion single wick candles, so I didn't want to buy any more of those. And I think for the difference in price, $7.99 versus $10.99, the 3 wick is the better deal in that case. And because sometimes you can get better deals with the single wicks too. They had hand soap. Hand soap is 50% off for the ones that were part of the sale. But again, that would still make most of them like $4. They had tons of scents, tons of options, but one, I don't need it, and two, I didn't see anything that just screamed buy me or you need to take me home. A couple of scents that I saw came back. They had scents from as far back as 2010. Country Chick was one of them. It was Black Amethyst, which I remember that was a big one. There was a fan favorite, one of my faves back in the day. So Black Amethyst, Country Chick. Of course, they always got your classic OG Cucumber Melon. And then there was another one. I can't think of the name of it. It had like a purple and blue and kind of like a starry sky, something else, whatever. That one also I remember. I think it was something Wonderland, and I can't remember the other word, but it was something Wonderland. So they did have some true throwbacks that I do remember, and I remember them being all like really popular and good scents. They also had Poppy was part of the sale as well as one of the scents that they had a big display for. But yeah, it's just not, I don't know, I guess the semi-annual is not hitting the way it used to hit. Not only is the selection a lot slimmer and thinner than it used to be with how they, kind of limit scents and items and only certain things, versus what used to be more of a whole store event. Because there are items, a lot of the items in there, like current season stuff. My favorite scent in terms of body care right now is at the beach. I've told you guys I love that. And none of that is on sale. It's like, I think the body care might be buy three, get one right now or something, just like a regular promo. But none of that is included in the semi-annual. And so, like, it's kind of like what I want is not on sale, and then the things I do want aren't on a great sale. Not enough to make me be like, I gotta have it, and that I couldn't, or feel like I couldn't get it later on down the line for the same, if not a better price. Because the hand soaps being 50% off, making them $4, you can get them cheaper. I think just like last week they were like $2.95 for hand soaps. So it's like it's not a deal. Even with the coupon, like it's not a deal. So I think I earned another reward between these last couple of trips, and I already had two rewards, which allow me to get two full size free items. So I'll probably just stock up on my at the beach because I do have the full size spray and lotion. I've gotten quite a few compliments, and I love beach. Like the beach is my happy place, and so having that scent, they nailed it in my opinion with the body care. At least I have not smelled the candle, and it is online, but it's online only. But they nailed it with that scent. It does give me beach vibes. It makes me feel like, I grew up going to the beach and not living that far from the beach. So I have to say they nailed the scent with that one. And that's why I might do an online order because the candle is on there. But again, I haven't looked for the candle in the sale, but the body care is not part of the sale. So it's kind of just like, not really inspired to do much. But either way, let me know if one, you plan on checking out the sale. Are there any items that you have your eye on? What are you looking for? And if you're not, going to participate in the sale, why not? Just out of curiosity, because I understand. Either if you're like me, you don't actually need anything, and then also the sale is not selling. Like, it's not doing what it needs to do. So let me know how you feel, thoughts about the semi-annual, Bath and Body Works semi-annual. Are you participating? If so, what are you picking up? And if you're not, what's your reason for, kind of just being like, meh. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.